Today we're paddling down at one of my favourite local spots. Now the reason I like this spot so much is it's just so nice and quiet. There's barely ever anyone else in the water. Also, this little stretch river is quite interesting, and you'll see why as you make your way up. It's the wave goodbye to the treatment plant and then straight into the actual plants. Look at that. There's a lot of foliage, lots of meandering you have to do from side to side to get along the river's path, and there's no sort of roads or footpaths anywhere near it, so it feels like you're just literally paddling down a wild river, just you and nature. There's also quite a lot of shallow patches you need to be wary of as you come up this part of the river. I believe they were actually put in there on purpose to try and promote sort of like breeding grounds or something for animals and birds, but another thing just to meander on through. Whoa, there's a deep spot. Bloody hell. I'm actually flowing fairly quick through this bit, but that's because it's quite shallow all the way across this part of the river. When it gets really hot and summer, you actually have to get off and push it at this point because your fin scrapes too much. Now another thing I love about this stretch river is in a couple of corners it goes from nice and peaceful to absolute mayhem, where you get up to the flumes and there's fast flowing water. Great fun little bit of river to paddle. Oh. Now the water looks like it's flying around this corner here. All this vegetation has grown up over the summer, so it's obviously causing a bit of a barrier, more than usual. So it's flowing around here pretty quick, so it's definitely getting forced down this little channel this side. And yeah, it's got a decent bit of flow to it. Nice metal chain to dodge. This is definitely too shallow here. In the peak of summer, you scrape all the way over these stones, so you have to get up and push this bit normally, and then we have a nice little set of rapids to play on. I'm gonna have a little play on this first rapid here. It's definitely not my forte and my strongest point, but it's definitely the funnest thing to do, I think, when you're out on a paddleboard. So I'm gonna paddle up this little bit here, get into the flow, play up and down a little bit, maybe spin it and come back. We'll see what the water's saying. Start at this level where we've got a bit of distance between us and the edge of the rapid, so it's a little bit kinder, a little bit more forgiving, not as quick. Let's try and get across into the middle a little bit more. It's fast moving, so you really have to be purposeful with your paddle movement because the water's moving away from it pretty bloody quick. Front nose is going under a little bit, should probably move back a little bit, not too much though, because otherwise I will spin, so I won't have enough surface area in the water. We've just gone up to like level 3 or 4 then without realising we've gone a lot closer to the rapids, but it's alright at the minute. Don't want that nose to turn, I want to keep pointing upstream until I want to turn, that is. And the problem is there's quite a lot of big rocks around here and I haven't got a helmet on or anything, so I don't really want to fall in badly. If I do fall, I'm going to try and get on my knees and save it. I'm basically all the way up the bloody river here. I'm way too close, so I'm going to bring myself back a bit. Edge it back. Woo! Right. Let's back it on up and try and get across the turn, shall we? Right, gonna take a bit more of a stance, a bit further back, see how this goes. I don't like my chances. I've lost the centre a little bit. Come across. And now we're gonna go for a big turn. Get the paddle. Whoa! Oh, damn it. It was close, I thought I had it. Oh. Woo. Nice little dunk. Right, no excuses now, let's go again. Well, I can confirm it's definitely shallow. I was on the ground pretty quick, but luckily it wasn't like a bad fall. I managed to break it a bit on my knees before going back. I did ideally want to come this side because I feel like I'm more confident doing sharp turns that way than I am the other way. So let's try from here, see if it goes any better. And well, I'm sure we'll all know in a couple of seconds. But let's see how we get on. Try and drag myself over that way a little bit. I don't want to go on too sideways though. Right, stance wider. Stance wider and getting the nose up a little bit, weight back. Spin, 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 spin. Oh, you tight, man. Oh. Why is that happening? Woo! Took a nice big mouthful of me in with that one. And that's not good because there was a case of Varves disease in this water not so long ago. It came out in the local news, so look forward to that. I want to get that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's like I feel like I've literally made it round and then I lose it right at the end. So I'm not really sure. Don't feel I've got much internal data to like compute and figure out what's going wrong. I'm gonna try again. I seem to be going over like backwards, losing my balance backwards. I'm definitely not losing my balance forward. So I guess we just try and stay forwards a bit more, don't we? Maybe we'll try a little bit further away from the actual falls bit. And I keep falling backwards. All right, let's turn it. Must be when that fin hits, I think. Like the fin under the water, when that gets caught by the flow, I reckon that's what's like throwing me off a little bit. Let's try it a bit quicker. That was a real slow one. A bit more up the business end now. Let's spin it. What about if I try and get my paddle in, keep my paddle in the whole way, which I was doing last time to be fair. That seems a bit slow and, oh, see look, my paddle in the flow there's, not a paddle, my fin in the flow there has just got caught and spun me again.
Oops, definitely should have taken my leash off for this. There's always a chance the leash could get caught on something if you fall in, which could obviously be dangerous. In fast flowing water you should really have a quick release waist belt or just go no leash at all. Completely forgot I still had the leash on until watching the clip back. Noted for next time.
Get a bit more in the position. I wonder if I take my fin out and then put it in the other side, if that would be beneficial or not. Right, let's go. Oh, it's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Oh, hey, oh, oh. Cool. That was successful, but definitely not gracious or smooth. Oh, you got to keep that fin in, which I was doing all the time to be fair. Maybe the first one's just took me by surprise a little bit. Let's try it from this side again. Yeah, it's so shallow around here. Literally, it's a bit silly even trying this to be fair, but it is what it is. Right, I think we have the paddle on that side, then we go. Oh no! Needs to get my mouth closed on that one. Completely soaked right the way through. I'm just trying to stay well clear of this little pontoon here, because if I come over backwards and come anywhere near this, that's obviously not good news. Right, let's try it again. I don't know how many times lucky this is now, but I don't really feel like I've got a good turn in yet, so turn numbers 5 or 6 or 7, whatever it is, coming in hot. That last fall in hurt a little bit, to be fair. I sort of like landed like that on like a rock underneath. Oh, so that might be enough for today. But I kind of felt like I understood what I was doing at the start that made me fall in more and more and more. I think I was having my, let me work it out. So yeah, I was having like my upstream rail, is that what it's called? My upstream side of the paddleboard, I was too much weight on that side, and that was making water come over the edge and then making me go more that way. So I needed to also have more weight downstream, which does make sense, to be fair, and I'm sure I've read and seen that before. But a good bit of fun anyway. Always fun to get wet whilst you're out paddleboarding. It's not a fun day out until someone falls in and gets completely soaked, like me. And yeah, nice to have these little set of rapids, have a little practice on. Wouldn't mind finding some better spots. This one is literally dangerous because there's like bricks and stuff. Like all this like concrete on the edge that's been put here is further up the river as well. And like these big lumps just literally roll down there. It's not very deep at all. Like, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, that's how deep it is there. So like it's painful to fall off onto those. And they're bloody jaggedy and sharp as well. So I need to find a better spot to mess around on a little bit of fast flowing white water. Any suggestions? Put them in the comments. I'll come check them out. Thought I'd read it somewhere. Woody debris being placed there to provide additional habitat for fish and invertebrates as part of the Langenshire River Star Habitat Enhancement Project, baby. Gonna head on back down the river now. And this bit's gonna be fun because you've got all fast flowing water going straight down here to that corner. And then I'm gonna go literally as fast as I can and hopefully make it around that corner. Come on in, Rapids, let's be having you. Let's absolutely send it back down this way towards that corner, see how much speed we get and if we have to handbrake turn or not. Woo! Get some good strokes whilst I've got the flow with me. Good bit of pace, but I feel like I'm about to lose it all in this little patch here where it's not as deep. We're still shifting a little bit. Oh god, we've got some speed. Woo! Easy. Far too easy. Oh. Oh. Woo! Then we find ourselves back in the peace and tranquility of the river. Whoa, and a little bit out of breath as well, to be fair. After that little sprint, it's always fun to test your limits, see how far you can push yourself. Clearly need a bit more practice of that sort of stuff, but it is nice to turn what is quite a peaceful sort of relaxing sport into something a little bit more sort of exhilarating, a bit more sort of adrenaline seeking. So yeah, I enjoyed that little practice session. I'm going to slowly meander my way back down towards the car. Hope you enjoyed that one. I did. And remember, have fun, stay young, baby. It's too peaceful to shout. You got to respect nature. I've just watched those videos back of me playing in this little rapid bit, and when you're on there on the board, it feels like literally you're bloody dropping over the edge of Niagara Falls. You watch it back and it looks like you're splashing around in a puddle. It doesn't look like much, but on there amongst it, it's quite a bit of fun, to be fair.